It's me, Josh Hunter. I'm presently on the planet Earth, and I'm still in Santa Monica. I haven't left the city of Santa Monica in probably about 10 months, 8 months, I don't know. Anyway, I just really wanted to say a couple things. I don't know if this will be like a long video. My farts have been smelling very good lately. The past 2 weeks, I've noticed like every fart that I've had has been completely, what? Don't worry, I did read the room. I'm just... Okay, so my farts have been smelling like really good lately, and it's an extremely rare thing because usually, I mean, you smell your farts and it's just like that's not so great. But for the last 2 weeks, like every fart has been like a winner, like every single one. I'm like, that's a winner, and that's another winner. And yeah, I just thought I'd like a record of it because when that kind of thing happens, I don't know. So as you know, I watch lots of movies and television, so I got a pretty good idea when things are fake. And right now, I'm telling you, the last month seems like one of the most fake months that I've ever seen in my whole fucking life. And I'm trying to stay cool, but what do people want? Like what is it that human beings want? And I'm really trying to. The day after Donald Trump was elected, the first day, like the very first day of when he was president-elect, I was at Santa Monica Library, and there was two guys standing. This guy, he had a bike, and this other guy got close. He got too close to the bike, and somebody was like, "Hey man, you're getting too close to the bike." And I don't know what happened, but the other guy lunged at him, and he he stabbed him or something. And we were all standing around there waiting for the library to open. We saw this happen. We were all standing around. There was like maybe 20 of us, 25. And, I didn't say anything. Nobody said anything. There was one guy who was like, "Hey, you guys need to fucking do something. Like, this is murder. Like if you fucking, you fucking do, like," and that was, okay, I'm trying to explain something to you here. Okay, like, people are taking advantage of people who don't, maybe I'm the outsider, that could be it. I could be the guy who just, like, everyone's in on it, everyone knows what's going on, and I'm just the guy who, thinks that we're still living in reality, and it's like, oh, look at this fucking chump, living in some dream world, which he calls reality. Like, he doesn't know what's up, he doesn't know he doesn't know the story. Should've got Larry H. Parker, huh? So, nobody did anything. This guy got stabbed. He lived. But, it was an interesting moment, like, morally. When I think about the choices that I would make under duress, and I think, and I'm like, I didn't do anything. I was there. I could have jumped in and said, "Hey, don't fucking stab this guy," but I didn't do anything either. It's just like, because you can think very highly of yourself and think that you're, morally superior, and I'm seeing some unusual behavior, like, I'm going to say something that's very unpopular, and, I hope it's all right, but I think it's a lot to expect people to not be racist. I think it's, like, a lot to ask of them. I'm not a racist. I mean, if I were a racist, the closest thing would be, like, just racist towards people who are from, like, people who live on the planet Earth, like that. Like, if I were, like, an alien and I came down here, I'm like, these fucking Earthlings. But I walk around with a globe of the Earth, too, so maybe I shouldn't say that. I mean, if it turns out that I'm an alien, this would be my hot mic tape that they have of me. Just fucking see the front lines, these fucking earthlings, in quotes, says alien. Alright, anyway. I have very low expectations for the people of Earth. I really don't expect them to be, that great. This is not a criticism. It's not because I'm like, oh, I don't want them to succeed. I love seeing people succeed. I love people becoming better and evolving and advancing. Any person. I love to see real progress. But racism doesn't... Do you remember? All right, when they first integrated in the 60s, there was LBJ and Kennedy, and they were hesitant to integrate. It was like, it's too soon, and and for some people it was too soon to integrate. And when something, and forgive me if I don't understand, if I don't know the dates, but somebody had said to LBJ, they said, man, because when they voted to agree to end segregation, someone went up to LBJ. That was the Lyndon Johnson. He was the vice president. They became the president. They said, LBJ, you've lost the South for a generation. He said, no, I've lost the South for 2 generations. Okay, because at the time, these people, you guys nowadays are dealing with a much different type of racism. Okay, you have your protests, and you have this. It's not it's a much different type of racism, and obviously I am not in any position to speak. I was born in 1986, so what the fuck would I know about the civil rights movement? But I think you got to realize you have to be patient with people. All right, sometimes the issues are more complex than you can. You can't just have a protest about it. It's a complex situation, and it takes time for people to process. This shit is in their blood, okay? It's not just an idea, okay? It's not fucking, Leonardo DiCaprio and Joseph Gordon-Levitt, planting things in somebody's fucking mind, okay? These are deeply seated issues. And it takes cooperation, because when you force someone to do something that they don't want to do, you're only creating more resentment, even if they are wrong, is what I'm saying. You can't just be concerned about your opinion, about being right, about being wrong, okay? There was a time to do these things, okay? And frankly, I'm surprised things have even been this good, okay? And forgive me, I've lived a sheltered life. I'm from Pasadena, California, which is known as the Crown City, it is sometimes called. And I have not experienced very much racism in my life, which makes me I guess not very qualified to speak on this. I have not experienced a type of what I'm trying to say is you got to learn how to read people, okay? And you don't. Things don't have to. All right. Anyway, so what I'm trying to say is, it's a lot to ask people to say, you gotta like this person, when everything in their blood is telling them, no, I don't want to like this person. I personally don't have this problem because, I don't know, I think people are pretty neat. Even the shitty ones, even people who just, I only deal with the public, okay? There isn't anybody who misses me at Christmas time, so every Thanksgiving I'm out here, every Christmas I'm out here. 8 years, in 8 years I think I was invited to one Thanksgiving. No. I was invited to one Thanksgiving, and then and then I and then I was threatened. They do this to all homeless people. Anyway, never mind. I don't want to. All right, sorry. I know it seems like I'm not taking things seriously, but you got to realize you're not. I see so much bullshit on a daily basis. I see so much personal hypocrisy in people like on the day-to-day basis. I mean, I was at this thing. All right, they're having a riot here. The army was here. These people come up to me and they start doing the same conversation I had time and time again. And they're like, "Oh, let's try and get you some housing." I'm serious. I wanna help get you some housing. And I'm like, "No, you're not. You just." I try to quote this line from Grapes of Wrath. I'm like, "Oh, you just sing this song. You just sing yourself to sleep." And you know, and he's like, "No, I really want to help you get some housing. You know what? We're gonna see you around. We'll be back here tomorrow. You're gonna see us tomorrow." I'm like, look, you're lying to me, and I'm saying, I'm trying to tell you, I'm trying to be nice, but you look stupid when you're lying to me, like saying you're gonna be here tomorrow when you're not. I know you're not. You know you're not. So why are you lying to me? I mean, we're in the middle of a riot, and of course I didn't see him the next day, and he was him and his family or whatever. Anyway, damn, I lost the thread. Fuck. Yeah, I got too excited. I mean, not excited, but let's go back to something that I remember. So anyway, you can't force people to be nice. Okay, there is such thing as civility. There is civility of law. Okay, yeah, like I said, I know it seems like I'm not taking this seriously, but like I said, there's no. I don't have any real sense of family. Okay, I don't have any sense of family or a sense of culture. I'm just like this creature, out in the wilderness, and people throw like scraps at me, and that's it. That's what it feels like, and that is great. Okay, because like you guys have no real concept of pain or suffering. Okay, you still walk around, breathable air. You're not worried to have your car fucking blow up. Like just walking, you're not worried like that someone who you think cares about you will come and kill you in your sleep. You have plenty of things that you never have to worry about, and that's what I'm seeing. Like people like who they don't cherish this. Like I just made a video yesterday about water. Okay, you don't have enough water to go in outer space, and I'm looking at the ocean for the first time. I'm seeing why people fucking say that it's beautiful, because I've been looking at the ocean my whole life, and I don't fucking understand why it's beautiful. And then today I'm like, Jesus fucking Christ, we have water, and I don't know. I was thinking like, what about like, imagine like you're in some spacefaring, colony, some spacefaring civilization, 10, 20 generations from now, and water has become so used up that the idea of having an ocean of water is laughable. Laughable. And and then today, like I looked at the ocean from that perspective. I mean, look at all this fucking water. Like, who's guarding this? You guys want to meet aliens? You think they're not thirsty? You want to meet some fucking thirsty aliens? Take up all our water? We can't even. Come on, be thinking, guys. We got a lot of things to work on. That's what I'm saying. Okay. It's the racism is not necessarily what you think it is. Okay. Sometimes, I'm not, like I said, I'm not justifying the murder. I'm talking about racism in general. Okay. I'm not talking about police issues between African Americans. When I'm talking about racism in general. But you got to realize people want to go in outer space, and that's going to demand the type of intelligence that people are not exhibiting. Okay, they're not showing they're intelligent. Okay, and if you were a person and you wanted to defend the clear and clean water on your earth, racism might be the only thing that you would know how to do. You wouldn't be smart enough to realize, hey, you know what? Maybe I can find some. Because if there were aliens coming down here taking your water, and you would have no choice, no option but to be racist, okay? So I'm not saying that it's right, okay? I'm not saying, oh, you should hate this person or that, but I'm saying it's a lot to expect someone to not be a racist when their whole life, or even in this modern world, because it's in their blood too, okay? The cultures, the thoughts, the feelings, the genetics, all types of things. And life, certain aspects of life always attempt to defend themselves. All right.